Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base to get all 4 of my books. And of course, that's the Numeral Base for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Hey, family. What's up? It's your brother King Simon. I hope everything is well. And I wanted to do something real special for you real quick today for couples and people in relationships. But just I want to remind everybody that tomorrow we have a very big show tomorrow. We have Henrietta Lacks' grandson, Ron Lacks, will be in the building with us tomorrow. And why this is so important is because, Henrietta Lacks's DNA is one of the most important cells in medical history, and our brother Ron Lacks wants to tell the story straight. Other than what y'all have seen with the whole Oprah production and all that, our brother Ron Lacks will be here to set the record straight. If you haven't gotten the book, please, by all means, go to their website, get this book at Henrietta Lacks Untold. So the book is called The Untold Story with Ron Lacks, of course, about Henrietta Lacks. And our special guest will be Kaba Hayawata Kamene. You know, Professor Kaba been on every Hidden Colors, and all of that is very important. And I just want to remind everybody, of course, this is the book, just in case you do want to find the book. You could also hit him up on IG and Facebook at Lax Ron or Ron Lax on Facebook. But tomorrow he's going to speak about how corporate greed and big money divided her family behind closed doors. Don't silence her twice. So Ron Lax will be here with us. Turn down this light because this could affect my eyes. Yeah, turn down that light. So please share, like. I want people to get in and be a part of the conversation if you want to, and especially in regards to relationship for couples. This is really for couples and relationship, and how important it is to know your numbers and how to work your numbers as far as relationships are concerned. You're more than welcome also to use the chat if you want to text me, but don't just text me your partner's birthday and your birthday. It's not. It's the important part of this particular broadcast is a special broadcast in my opinion, because a lot of us are going through relationship, myself included, have gone through major relationship issues, and it's all about resolving and learning how to heal after the hurt has been done. Especially by things we say, things we might text. And because this is a texting society, a lot of people don't realize that although there is energy behind the text, we got to really respect how we are texting each other and how we're communicating, especially moving in this cycle that we're going in 2022, because it is a relationship cycle that we're going in. We're going into a heavy relationship cycle. We're going into a heavy health cycle. We're going into a heavy compassionate cycle of understanding or the need to learn to be compassionate. So 2022 is not just what people think it is, or it can be what people think it is from a certain perspective, but it's also enabling all of us to learn to find balance in what we do in every aspect in what we do, and be willing to transcend the mediocre type mentality we all have, or we have developed due to what has gone on, what the jab has brought about, or the Jabberwocky, like Red Pill and Blue Pill talks about. Also, want to remind people that also coming up after Ron Lax, after this event, after this particular thing, after that, on the 22nd, we have Lorenzo Sanford, musician, astrologer, teacher, and author of that beautiful book on the box, The Beautiful Logic of Astrology. That's coming up. And of course, my partner and Vibe, they're always with me. If they can't make it, they're probably at work doing their thing or doing special projects for myself or themselves. Respect to them. Uh, this can be, and this is, these two ladies have been very helpful, and everybody that has been on my channel has been very helpful to my development and growth. So, enough respect to them. That's Sister New Journey and Sensei Shirley. And on the 26th, I have my dear friend and compadre from out of Nicholas, Brooklyn, well, formerly of Nicholas, Brooklyn, but she has her own collection, Celebrity Soap Making, and CEO, soap maker and CEO of PW Collections. We have the one, the only Paris Williams, superstar in her own right. So can't wait. And those that are in Georgia, I will be producing events in 2022, more likely around the spring when it starts springtime. I'm going to be producing events. So look out for that. And just want to remind everybody, if you are in the tri-state area of New York City and you are looking for health insurance, having health insurance is the difference between laying in a bed or laying on a cot or on some type of bench until they assist you. Believe me, I have registered nurses in my family. I've had registered nurse. My grandmother was a registered nurse. My aunt was a registered nurse. So if you are looking for health insurance, please contact Shirley, STC at gmail.com. That's Shirley, STC at gmail.com. Also, if you're looking to get better health and you're looking to develop better health, this company here, they have monatomic gold, colloidal silver. They have some great products like burdock root. They got sarsaparilla root. They got DE, which is, I forgot how to say the word, but that particular root is good for cleansing. And in the times that we're going in, as far as the health cycle that we're going in, believe me, you need some good cleansing. So make sure you go to betterhealthshop.etsy.com. That's betterhealthshop.etsy.com, and tell them King Simon referred you. 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. Again, this is a special broadcast that I wanted to talk about in regards to relationship. Also, if you are author or writer and you're looking to write some books or do a blog and you need help with at least editing any material that you might have, make sure you call Susie Script 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. And tell her King Simon sent you. Also, of course, my teacher and Vibe, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn. If you want to take his classes, get his books, make sure you go to lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. He will help you out. If you are suffering from tumors and all types of fibroid or any mental health or in any way or capacity that might be causing you to have tumors or develop certain ailments, this sister at pedalwise.com can help you out. Make sure if you're going to buy their products, make sure you contact pedalwise.com and use the coupon code for a 10% discount. That's King 2021. That's King 2021. And if you're looking for real estate for the first time, buying property and land in New York City or upstate New York, this sister Janelle Lewis can give you a helping hand by calling her or texting her at 347-866-1153. That's 347 866-1153. She can hook you up. Just tell her King Simon sent you. Text her if you have to, and all of that good stuff. And if you're looking to do a numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. It's 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, please use Linktree. It takes you directly to all the links to all my books, all my website. I've been updating my website lately and all that kind of stuff. And thanks to those who let me know that I needed to update the website, thanks to those clients, those potential clients. But go to Linktree right now, /King Simon the Numerovator. That's /King Simon the Numerovator. And do remember, I do have a waiting list. So if you are looking to be served in any way or become a client in any way to help you with your numbers and how to use it, how to maximize it, especially using this book, Numerovation for Mental Stability. This is the only hardcover book that I have until I order the other hardcover books. I haven't ordered them yet. I might order them when I go down to Florida real quick. But a lot of stuff comes out of my books. A lot of information comes out of books and various things that I study around the world because I study multiple systems. And I want people to be reminded that if you are attempting to get into numerology in any way, study multiple systems. I don't care if you study in gematria. I don't care if you study in Pythagorean, Chaldean, cosmic, Japanese, Chinese, because the more you study various systems, the more that you'll be able to bring about a bigger picture. I had a client recently talk about how he was studying gematria and it was getting kind of morbid. And morbid meaning that it could get kind of depressing because a lot of people are looking into certain things outside of themselves. And the real enemy around you is the enemy within. So if you keep on looking outside for these enemies and these things that are happening, it's not that gematria is not right and exact in the mathematics of who died or what got taken down or who got killed. It's not that it's not right, but if you're a sensitive human being and you cannot handle what you're discovering, it can affect you. And then you could be affecting other people and affecting your family members because you are becoming more morbid and becoming more painful or feeling hurt. So you got to be very careful in this day and time how you intake information. And respect to all those people that are doing gematria or want to talk about this and want to talk about that. But my premise of dealing with numerovation or creating what I call numerovation is to motivate you with your numbers to be better and to think at higher levels and maximizing your greatness and help myself maximize my own greatness. So it is what it is. So a lot of people, study it, and this particular client, I was talking. I know he's going to watch this, so big up to him. I'm not going to mention names or birthdays, but this particular client came to me because he's seen something different. He watched me on Billy Carson's show. He watched me with Brother Rich. You may have seen me on Sarnetta's show or seen me on my own platform, but he's seen something different that will keep his mind at a higher state and level. I think he was born under the number 4 energy. I'm not sure. I can't remember because I see so many clients every week, but it's important that you take in certain external stuff with a grain of salt and be careful and protect your mentality and protect, because what you put in your mind can also diminish your health. Let me say that again very carefully to those that are watching. What you put in your mind can diminish your health. And it can lower your energy, it can lower your frequency to allow disease to come in, to allow things to infiltrate yourself because your mind is lowering its energy and now you're lowering your force field. Your mind helps you to develop your energetic force field around you. So if you're not willing, if you're not careful what you take into your system, mentally, physically, and spiritually, it can cause detriment, not just to yourself, but to others you may love around you. So it's important. See, so when you do sessions with myself from this perspective, a numerovational perspective, remember, like I say on the bottom of this flyer, it says the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. Make the numbers that you're connected to. And I'm asking y'all to do this. Make the numbers that you're connected to, which is directly connected to you, your birthday and your names, make them your friend. And when you look in my book, you'll see the high and low and the positive and negative. You're trying to manage the weak parts of you and strengthen the positive parts of you so you can become a better asset to yourself, to your family, to your friends, and to people around you. So you don't become a loosey-goosey, so to speak, or someone that's always coming with some depressive information because you gained some knowledge about some zeitgeist or some other television show. Look, I have no problems with those things, but if it's bringing your energy down and if it's bringing my energy down, I don't even partake in it. Because one thing I recognize, whether I know who brought down the world trade or who brought this reset into play or who that is and all that, I know how to prepare for situations. And if I'm in a situation, I'm already counteracting and doing certain things by mentally staying on a higher level. So many people that know me know I've been into disaster preparedness for many years under the tutelage of a great disaster guru, Aton Edwards. And Aton Edwards have one book out there called Preparedness Now, but he has another book which is about almost 1,000 pages that's about to come out, which I implore every Black person to get. And although Aton can be kind of morbid sometimes with his analysis and his breakdown, he's a number seven, so sevens be in their own head breaking down their thing. He's real, but he's also encouraging our people, especially because our people will get the blunt of any disaster that may come. So that's why my job as a new motivator is to help you to understand how to navigate when things are happening. That's why I even did a presentation on years ago on new motivation on numbers and how people born under certain numbers and how they should handle disasters. It's on my YouTube channel somewhere. I did it some years ago. So how people born under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are born connected to those numbers, how they should handle disasters when it's presented to them. Because each one of you, if a disaster happens, it's fear is a thing that people are going to take on, no doubt, because they don't know what's coming. That's how we teach in the disaster preparedness. You got to learn to harness fear, redirect it for positive outcomes. That's why I was saying in the community, as far as the disaster preparedness community is, always be prepared, even when you're not in a situation. So when you get in a situation, you will have your necessary things that you need to do what you got to do. All right. So it's important. So my premise of doing something like new motivation, again, showing this flyer, putting up something like this, or creating new motivation consultation. That's why I tell people I don't do readings. I don't need to read grown ass people. You already know who you are. I need to help consult you and help you to navigate better with the numbers that you have, the numbers that's connected to your name or your birthday, so you can find at least tap into an inkling of your gifts, your talents, your skills. And your gifts and talents and skills could be, you could be an intuitive, you could be an expressionist, you could be someone that's supposed to tell jokes or dance or write. Those are some of your gifts that many of us come to the table with. And sometimes we'll look at one number and say, oh, I'm a number this and I'm a number that. And I tell people all the time, no, you're connected to that number. You are not that number. Just because I'm born on the first don't make me that number. It just means that the interpretation of the number one, both positive and negative or high or low, can predetermine or help give me guidance. Let me not say predetermine, but help give me guidance on where I need to navigate and how I need to act. You know what I'm saying? So understanding your numbers is very important. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your numbers. Just like when you go to the hospital and they say you got to know your blood count. You got to know this. You got to know that. You got to know your numbers. Serious thing. Serious thing. Like we used to say in Jamaica, a serious thing. So all my books, especially all the other three books, but even my numbers, No Promotion is Bad Promotion, I touch on the numbers and my guidance to why I did promotion in my life or why I did what I did in my life. I touch my name, my birth name, and the names that I've chosen over the years, and why I did what I do. So I give you even the mathematical breakdown, and in all my books is going to be like that, except probably my certain children's books that I'm going to write. But this particular program, and I want you to share and like thumb up, and let me scroll that on the bottom of the screen so y'all can at least share. No technical difficulties. Matter of fact, I'm in a good place. No technical difficulties. Boom, there it is. Let me share this. So please, again, please thumb up, and share the video, because what I'm going to get into briefly is for couples and people that are intending to get into relationships, or people that are in relationship, or you're looking to one day get into a relationship. And if you're not getting into a relationship, maybe you're getting into a relationship with yourself finally. You're finally learning to know you. I recently had to clarify something like that with myself, that I needed to, clear some ears with either friends or family and all that, and let them know, I'm healing also. And it's all right to heal. It's all right to work through whatever issues you may have had as a child, or what you've taken on as a child, because remember, the formative years for a child is very important part of our life. So whatever's happened, good or bad, you take that with you. And I've taken some of that with me up into my 50s now. That's why when I'm doing sessions for young people, I tell them, look, you need to break a lot. I show them that they need to break a lot of cycles before they move on or carry it into their own children, because these things can be a part of your life. It's a matter of how you're going to manage it, and how you're going to diminish the energy of the negative things that has happened through your mom or dad, because whatever happened to mom and dad also can be affected. And some people compartmentalize it, some people hide it, some people, we throw up all these great quotes to not only talk to the people, especially on social media, but we throw up all these great thoughts and great quotes to help ourselves. That's why Ian Van Zandt, she said, sometimes we teach what we need to learn. And that's true. And so after we teach what we need to learn, when is the process of learning and then applying what we teach? So sometimes you got to repetitiously put more and more stuff back into you, and even every session that I've done, I've learned. Sometimes I've teared up because I can see the numbers telling me what they're going through. And sometimes I've cried with some of the people that's been on the phone with me during my consultation, because I may have triggered something or hit something that they already knew. They already felt this in their soul. Remember, numbers is not psychic. Numbers is a mathematical, esoterical application of something that reveals the cycles and sequences and patterns in your life, so it can be teachable and give you guidance. So when I do a session with you, I'm not just doing it because of the interpretation of the numbers, but I'm also doing it from a spiritual perspective. I'm tapping into the energetics, energies of your name and your birthday, and what you might carry with you because you have that name or that birthday, and how to navigate through it, whether it's your challenges to help you grow, or whether it's your power numbers to keep you on that power path. Yeah, man. So I believe my work is a good work. But now that I'm in the Aquarian age, I'm not believing anymore. I know it is. I know it's a good work that can help people. I know it can help people. And I remember somebody on Sarnetta's show was in the chat, either on Sarnetta's show or somebody's show, was in the chat saying they don't know nobody that numerology has helped. But it's a darn lie because I can show you some celebrities that is Lloyd's students. I can show you celebrities that I've helped, that is excelling out there. And I'm not, but because it's a private thing, you're not going to hear about people using numerology, astrology. It's like recently in the last 20 or 30 years, you hear about Ronald Reagan and his wife, and you hear about J.P. Morgan and his family. You hear about Walt Disney and their family, Queen Victoria and their family, and Hitler and all them. In the last 30 years, you heard about them using astrologers and numerologists, because it seems that because we lost our knowledge of self, our knowledge of the usage of the external apparatus called numbers, because they're only symbols. They're only symbols of guidance, just like your GPS. I always say this. Most of us use GPS, and we already know how to get the hell home. But you still want to hear that, turn right on Hancock, turn left on Atlantic, turn right on. You still want to hear that. It's just like some people, a lot of us used to drive all the way down from New York to Georgia, and we knew our way down there. We knew to hit 95, get on down, and we in Georgia, or we down in Florida, whatever. We knew how long it was going to take and all of that. We knew, and we paid attention to the signs, because there's signs in the road. And sometimes we still had a map. Some of us had the Rand McNally map. So it's important that you pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs, because the signs are there to give you guidance, family. Believe that when I say that. The signs are there to give you guidance. And if you accept the guidance from whether you're doing a session with me or anybody in the metaphysics world, if you accept the guidance, it can be a helpful tool on your way through and doing what you got to do in this realm. You know what I'm saying? If you really accept the guidance, and those that accept it and understand, I tell people, look, live your life, live your life, live your life. That's important. Live your life. But if you need to consult certain things, whether it's spiritual, whether it's religious, you know where to go. You go to your Bible if you want to consult certain things that's religious and that's something that you want to, and then it can, and it'll talk to you. I've flipped open the Bible and it went straight to a page that I needed to hear that. I flipped through a Quran and it went straight to the page and I needed to hear that. What the prophets was going through is just what we are, because we are a prophet to our family. We are those that have knowledge of self and that are willing to apply the knowledge are a prophet to our family and can be a prophet to our children and prophet to our grandchildren and our legacy that can turn into a dynasty that will become live into infinity. So once you pay attention to why you're gravitating to information like this, why are you doing it? Why are you gravitating to information like numerology? Somebody came on my feed and talked about, oh, the Greeks and the Romans wasn't the purveyor of numerology. Yeah, I know that. I know that history. But they see, why did Pythagoras, or quote unquote the Pythagoreans, that clan of people, why did they bring it back to Greece or Rome? And why was it used? And why at certain times was they vanished from or expelled out of those countries with those esoteric sciences? Because one thing about these type of sciences, it lets you become you, and it reminds you that you are in control of your life. You are the one that should be controlling your life. Not no Jesus, not no Muhammad. Jesus, Muhammad, Moses, all of them are guiding factors for you to remind you of the path of rising to be your best self. That's why it says in the quote unquote scripture, be therefore perfect, even as your Father who art in heaven is perfect. He's talking to you. Who is he talking to? He was talking to the disciples. And because the Quran or the Bible has relevance and connection to human existence, they had the killers, the rapists, the poor, the whores, the pedophiles. They had all of it in there. The homosexuals, everything was in the Bible. Everything is in the Quran as far as human existence. We just got to pay attention. And which part you're going to play? Which part are you going to go towards the guttural, lower energy of it, or you're going to go to the higher? And some people need to be in the gut. Some people need to get that lesson. I was in the parties. I did a party. I did the swing parties. I did the strip shows. I was in the culture of clubbing and partying, so I understand. That's why there's no judgment. Ain't no judgment here, baby. I'm here to say, I'm here to spread love. I'm here to spread love. Thank you, Chantel Bentley, for sending me a cash app. Much love to you, sister. Thank you very much for showing some cash app love. You know, but I'm telling you, family, to pay close attention to the numbers you're born under, and even the twins. You got twins that come out. You red pill, blue pill, born under the same energy, but you can tell the distinction of the energy that they are. One is a little laid back, one is a little bit out there, a little bit more out there. You could tell which one is the older of the two. And I'm not talking about red pill because he's first, because in old ancient society, the oldest of the two of twins is always the one that comes out last, not the one that comes out first. That's a misconception. But in ancient society, African society, the old ones are the ones. And it was a friend of mine that reminded, another old soul friend of mine that reminded me of this. And then I had to go back and research and say, right. Made too much sense, because most of the twins that I've known from the even red pill, blue pill, or my brothers and sisters that have twins, you'll find that the one that came out after is the more laid back one, and the one that came out that comes out first, that came out first is the more assertive one, but usually it says that the old energy lets the first one come out to make sure that the coast is clear and everything is going right out there. That's why they come. That's why they came out. But they came out to like, all right, stay right there until, because if the coast wasn't clear, if it wasn't good, you find that most of the second twins transition. Mm. Or if the first one transition, that first one gives the power to the second one, gives the power to the second one. This is a deep metaphysical thing when it comes to twinning. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention, fam. Even if you're going to have twins, if you're going to have, um, if you plan on having children, pay attention to the children that come out of your womb, what days and what time. When you need the time, you go to astrologers, you go to the cosmophysics, you go to the cardiologists, you go to all of them, to learn what it is that you need to navigate for that person born under that astrologics, and that's why, I'm going to bring a great astrologer on the 22nd. That's Brother Lorenzo. Brother Lorenzo he's a musician, so he's using the mathematics of music. He's also an astrologer and a teacher. And he wrote a book, family. He wrote a great book that's on Amazon right now, and it's called The Beautiful Logics of Astrology. The Beautiful Logic of Astrology. So I can't wait. I know you sisters will say, oh, that's a handsome brother. Well, he's married. He's a married man. He's a Libra. Him and Gano Grills, Sri Master Gano Grills is born the same day. So big up to Sri Master Gano Grills. Both of them born October 19th, Libra energies. So so I can't wait to have him on. I just want to remind everybody, of course, in between all of this, I want to remind everybody that this coming Sunday, we got Henrietta Lax's grandson, Ron Lax, the Untold Story. And then special guest interviewer will be Professor Kaba Hayawata Kamene. Y'all know Kaba. Brother Kaba's going to come with the fire. He's been studying this DNA for a while. So I can't wait to have them on. And if you are feeling happy about what I shared today for this brief moment, would you please support the carbon royalty, because I am carbon royalty, like Dr. Sabi and Dr. Africa would say, melanin is made out of carbon. So carbon royalty, I am. Cash App, $ King Simon 3158 or paypal.me/King Simon. And of course, I got this great soap maker that you might want to go and take her class, because she makes soaps look like it's food. When I say she makes soap look at this soap. Look at this soap. The soap right there on the right hand. Look at that soap right there. That long piece there, it looked like cake. It looked like a strawberry shortcake. This beautiful sister makes soaps look like food. Damn it, I don't want to wash my ass with the soap. I want to eat the soap. How is this? Why is this? I'm just letting y'all know. It's so funny. Look at the design. This is her soaps. This look like a cake. This look like a pastry. Look at this. Look at this. And she's doing a class in Brooklyn, a live teaching class showing you how to make your own soap and show you how to put your own tag on it, your own energy on it. You're not going to do what she does. She has her own creative, but you got to get creative. So if you want to take this class, family, make sure you hit up my girl, my good friend, my boo-boo in the business. She's one of my friends for many years, so enough respect to her. Paris has been doing great work. She's working with Nicholas now. A lot of things she's back at. Instead of working for Nicholas, she's now producing events with Nicholas. Big up to Monique Nicholas and the whole crew over there, all the stores that she has. But if you want to find out further information about vending and all of that, call 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400, and tell them King Simon sent your backside over. A lot of y'all, look, we all use soap. We all use hygienic products. So why not learn how to make your own soap? Let me say that again for the people in the back. If you got an exclusive designer and soap making class by this person who was shouted out by one of the Kardashian families, they shouted her out on Instagram. Her class is worth it. So go to her website right there on the bottom, pwcollections.com /products /soap class at Nicholas Brooklyn. Make sure you go to that. If you can't see it, take a snapshot of it right now. Take a snapshot of this flyer right now. Take a snapshot of this flyer right now and go to the website on the bottom. You learn how to make your own soap so you can serve your family, because we don't need to wash our backside, not just buy toilet paper or something else go down. You need to wash your backside. So soap is very important. Wash your ass. I'm just saying. Look, I'm one of those dudes gonna be, I'm real with your family. I am real. I don't care what nobody say. You gotta learn how to wash your backside. And my girl got that soap making class. So before I finish, once again, family, let me take a deep breath, because I need to take a deep breath. I see people on here. Let me look in my chat. I ain't even look at my chat because I want to stay focused. All right, all right. Woo! Twins, sons. Boom, bap, book. August swing, book, bap, book. Book, bap, book. All right. Big up to all of y'all tuning in. Big up to all of y'all tuning in. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Salam, salam, salam. Islam, Islam, salam. Thank you very much for sending the Cash App love. Thank you very much. Peace to God. Thank you very much, Lamont. Thank you. Thank y'all. Boom. All right. Somebody born the same day. What? You born the same day as Kobe, right? That's Kobe Bryant's birthday, I think, the 23rd. Because Dave Chappelle is born on the 24th of August. So, yeah. So, Happy, shout out. Thank you, Happy Films. Big up to them. They got always got something coming up in Houston, Texas, man. Big up to the Houston, Texas crew. Big up to Happy Films, Taki and Felicia and the whole crew over there. Big up to all y'all. I'm a part of Happy Family. I'm part of that. So let me get off of this. So again, family, I seriously want y'all to grow and be your best. That's my premise. That's just me. Um, I call people sometimes and check on them. I text on people and my father asked me. No, my father didn't ask me. My father, who's still alive, my mother and father are still alive. Praise the Creator and the ancestors, the divine mother and father, and the divine parents, for them being alive. But my father, I asked the question why I always check on people and a lot of people don't check on me. And he said, you're just like your grandmother. And my grandmother was the one that introduced me. She was born introduced me to birthdays, the importance of sending gifts or acknowledging birthdays. I know she wasn't into. I don't know if she was into astrology. She never talked about it around me, but I knew she understood the importance of a birthday. And I remember one of my friends kept on saying, I don't celebrate birthday. I don't celebrate birthday. I said, look, you don't have to celebrate birthday in the traditional way that they've been promoting celebrating birthday, but celebrate what happened between you and your mother at that time, where she could have lost her life and you could have lost your life coming through that beautiful womb. Celebrate that, because she could have died on the table, especially because they doing it wrong. They're not telling you to squat and allow the women to naturally release, naturally release like we do on the toilet and all that. Sit down and really watch and then release and then do the lotus birth and keep the umbilical cord connected. They doing all kinds of traumatic stuff when they go into that labor room. That's why doulas and midwives are so important, especially if they're holistic doulas and midwives, especially if they're holistic and understand and not just being taught by the doulas and midwifery system of Europeans. We got to go back to what we acknowledged and understood. Look at the animals, look at the gorillas, look at the primates and how they deliver their children. They don't lay down on their back and deliver children. There's a squatting. There's a squatting stool, or there's a squatting protocol where it can come out much easier. And I'm never gonna say it's that easy. I don't know. I've never been there, but I know I've been in the room for it. So but it's when you're laying women on their back, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So they're not going according to law. So I don't know the full scientific whole thing about it and in regards to that, but I know I've seen it. I've been in the room. I've cried probably every time I seen a child come out or got to hold one of my children. It's a beautiful time, And both man and woman go through it. It's just that women are created to carry the child. Men are there to fertilize the seed. That's our job, to fertilize. But yet we become a unit working to bring the child out in a celebratory fashion, not a labor and all these lights and craziness. And you bombarding the poor child, they smacking it and they punching it and they taking it into other rooms, and they doing a whole lot to these babies. That's why some of us are so traumatized now. So you see bright lights, like, oh damn, they what the hell you doing? So we gotta get focused. So um, back to the numbers again. People in relationships, your numbers can help give you guidance on how to work that relationships. We're like 41 minutes. Let me go all the way to the hour for these. So these next couple minutes, next 19 minutes, I'm going to break down why it's important to understand at least your personal numbers, but for the long run, you should understand your life path numbers, or what some might call a destiny. But the life path numbers, when you add the month, day, and the year. Some may call it a destiny. I don't get caught up in labels. But when you add the month, year, and the month, day, and your personal year that you was born under, that's your life path. And then you try to compare it to the life path of that person, try to compare it to the personal day, which is the day you're born, to that person, and see how it correlates and see how it can work. See, I stopped doing relationship counseling because many of us are not serious. And mostly my brothers are not serious. Sisters are becoming unserious now, but sisters are still ahead of the pack. They're still more serious about relationships than the men are as far as relationships. That's why I stop doing relationships. And I send you to Lloyd Strayhorn. I send you to Kaya French. I send you to Jackie Levine. I send you to whoever you want to do numerology with, especially when it comes to relationship. I'm not doing it because it takes a lot out of me personally. I don't know about them, but because I have so much energetic energy and I try to put so much in it, because you got to do two charts, two numeral scopes, and then you got to see its compare, see its challenges, see its this, and see its that, and see its that. And I take time and write it out. And sometimes it takes those who know me, that ever been around me, they see me doing things before I go to bed. I'll try to lay out your whole scope because it's serious to me. And then I'll have a certain amount of books around me. If my spirit says I need to confirm certain things to you, then I'll go to an old numerologist. I'll go to the Japanese numerologist. I'll go to the Indian numerologist. I go anywhere. But most of it is just downloads. I'm just boop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop. But at the end of the day, if I see I need to fortify it and reaffirm and reconnect and show you, I'll let you know. I'm about to read from this book what an old numerologist said, or what an Indian numerologist said. Those who know, those who've been my clients, they understand that's what I do. Because mathematical metaphysics sciences will never go out of season. They will never go out of style. I don't care what year we're in. I don't care if we're in the year 6,000. You understand? I don't care if we're in the year 6,000. You got to pay attention to the mathematics and not let it control you, but let it be a guide for you to be your better healing self. As I'm learning more about relationships and all that kind of stuff for myself. This is a good book. I left the book upstairs. But the book written by Coach Alicia, Dr. Boyce Watkins' wife, Dr. Alicia, very good book. Go to her website, and I'm going to put the website up here right now because it's been helping me in these last few days on how to be better friend, how to be a better mate when I decide to really go down that road again. I've been married 3 times, so I got, I still want to do it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it the same way. I'm just going to be honest with you. But a good website, coaching with Dr. Alicia. She is very good, I have to admit. What I've been reading and what I'm studying, I even invited her back on the show. So this is her website. Those couples out there that are going through it, You need a neutral person. Don't use your mama side of the family. Don't use your daddy side of it, because they remember, these people always are biased towards their daughter or biased towards their son. You gotta recognize that you need help. And if it costs $100 or $200 for a session or an hour session, or do 3 sessions with them. Believe me, if you really, really love your marriage or love your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I even say do premarital stuff. Do the premarital stuff. Call or contact coaching with Dr. Alicia. She's real good. And the workbook that I have, it's just one. I have more relationship books. I have books from Nori Muhammad, who's also very excellent. You go to his website, drnoriemuhammad.com. Excellent with relationships. He's been with his wife for like 25 years, going on 30 years. And he looks like he's 25 years old. Like both of them were just born out of the womb to get married. That's how they look, because he uses the methods that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught about the science of mating and the science of relationship. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. And it's not from a quote unquote Islamic perspective, although he uses certain Islamic tenets and Islamic customs to give you a full understanding. Just remember that everybody has a piece of this puzzle. Everybody has a piece of the puzzle. So go to NuriMuhammad.com. If you're comfortable with somebody like him, go to him. But Dr. Alicia, who's married to Dr. Boyce Watkins, Coaching with Dr. Alicia, the workbook that I'm reading now, I have to study these books. I don't, because when I study books like hers, it helped me to help other people when they come with certain things, but it helps me also. It helps me to be more calm, helps me to be more relaxing, and not. I don't need to always raise my voice, because we come out of I come out of a let me say, I come out of a neighborhood that was noise polluted. And if you're a person that is around neighborhoods, or you work a job that you have to always raise your voice or do all that kind of stuff, you really need to practice how to calm your voice down sometimes. I was in the club. Those who know me know I was in the club. So every time we came out of the club, we were still yelling, even though we wasn't even in the music. The music wasn't even playing no more. I remember coming out on Church Avenue and Flatbush. Those who know Temptations nightclub back in the day, right there at Church in Flatbush, we coming out, we still yelling. Ah, yo, man, I got to make you high, but soon see you. Or I was riding my bike home. Yo, man, ride home, man. Me to bring my car because I don't want to carry nobody home with me. I used to be yelling and screaming all the time. And I purposely used to ride my bike so I don't be tempted to bring women with me. Because I was just that womanizer. I was crazy. So I would, yeah, and it's easy to get women in the nightclub, especially when you're on the microphone or you DJing. It's so easy. It's just so easy in the clubs. No disrespect to you ladies in the club. Y'all just need to stay focused. So just like we need to stay focused, because that's where relationships are started, ended, fights are breaking out. Somebody trying to take somebody else's man, and somebody else trying to take somebody, a woman. Then you got women trying to take another woman from a man. All kind of craziness is going on. So I had to back myself up away from that life. So again, we lost the science of relationship. We lost the ma'atic balance. We lost those things. And Elijah Muhammad tried to bring it back. Malcolm X tried to bring it back. Farrakhan tried to bring it back. Great people in history have tried to bring it back. Of course, like I said, Dr. Alicia doing great works. That's her website. Make sure you hit her up and you tell her that King Simon sent you. You tell her King Simon sent you. If you're serious, don't go to her if you're not serious. If you're serious, because it takes some serious work. Because sometimes we say things and we text things to each other that we really don't mean. It's just off of some type of things that happen in our life that you get afraid. And I'm proof of this, believe me. A lot of that is a lot of the stuff, the self-sabotaging is due to that kind of stuff. So, and I had to understand that even through my numbers, that there's good parts of those numbers and there's lower parts of those numbers. There's high parts and lower parts. My job as a new motivator is to strive to stay on my highest as much as best I can, because I'm not perfect. At least we are all perfect in the sense that the creator created our bodies and everything to work in its perfect functions. And then sometimes we destroy it along the way by eating the garbage and doing the bullcrap. That's just what it is. But in the Quran, and that's why I say read your scriptures. If you're still reading Quran and Bible, read it. Go to the wise parts and the parts that make sense from a common sense perspective. So the Quran says we're created perfect but yet imperfect. That's what the Quran says. We're created perfect but yet imperfect. Go delve into that and find out what that means to you. Why would the creative force, according to them, Allah, say that we are created perfect but yet imperfect? Because we are. We're created perfect but yet imperfect. Something about that saying. And I think a lot of us need to realize that we are the duality of those two. We are perfect in what we was made and produced to do, the lawful thing that the body is supposed to do, come here and do, but yet we're imperfect in certain sense, certain ways, and the things that we've developed and how we develop over the years. That's why, quote unquote, to scriptures, Adam and Eve couldn't stay in the garden. And then you have, when you start going into other sciences, you got Lilith and you got all these type of things. So I tell people, don't get caught up unless it's going to help you be better. Don't get caught up in a lot of that if it's not going to help you to be better, because even the story of Lilith and Eve and Adam and these other entities that was before the Adam and Eve story, even those stories have a meaning to help guide humans to be better in some form, to find out their strengths and their weaknesses. So you got to study and then learn to apply it to your own life. So again, for those couples, I don't do any couple sessions anymore, but if you do want to do any couples, and I tell couples, sometimes you don't need a numerology session. Sometimes you just need a coaching session, a guiding coach that knows what they're talking about. And I believe, no, I don't believe, I know just by what I'm reading from her workbook, Coaching with Dr. Alicia Good. And again, Brother Nori, I think his website is Nori Muhammad, Muhammad. I'm going to put it up there because that's my brother.com. He's also good at what he does. You know what I'm saying? That's one brother that is, I don't care if you come with whatever religion you come with, he's going to drop it from a Bible perspective, a Quranic perspective, whatever perspective you believe in, he gonna come with it. If you believe in the Bible and you come from a Hebrew or biblical perspective or Jewish perspective or a Christian perspective, Nori gonna drop it. And even A.R. Bernard is good, but A.R. Bernard is too big right now for he's a big man. He's one of the president of the clergy, so he's a big man. That's a guy from CCC in Brooklyn. Good guy. Good guy. I watched him. I checked him out. He born August the 10th. Born August the 10th. See, everybody that I give you that, I know their birthdays now. Don't play with me. I know all their birthdays. He born August the 10th, and I believe his wife is born January 17th. She born the same day as Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, and she born the same day as Shabaranks on Steve Harvey and Muhammad Ali. So, yeah, I remember. I remember checking that out. Anytime birthdays pop up with me, I usually remember it. So again, the numbers that's connected to your birthday can give you guidance on how you can connect with someone. And sometimes it's not just physical connection. Sometimes it starts with the spiritual connection. Sometimes people's birthdays can add up. Let's say the date that you're born could add up to a number 43. So if I see something like that, I'm looking at 4, 3, and 7. I already know 4 and 3 are communication numbers, and they can have problems with communication. And 4 is the lead. And then that means weird and unusual communications can happen where you have misunderstandings. And then the 3 says you have to be jovial and happy in the communication after you've laid out the firm foundation of understanding. And then because it adds up to a 7, then the spiritual aspect of the communication needs to be applied. The research and the refining and the separation sometimes of self. You got to recognize you got to be in your own headspace sometimes. See, that's how I usually do couple sessions. I start breaking out and showing you how the numbers work together and how they work in unison because the numbers don't have any arguments with each other. They don't. One plus one equals two. Two plus three equals five. Four plus six equals 10. 10 plus 20 equals 30. They don't have no arguments. But my first book in numerology says numbers are simple, people are complicated. And I have a relationship sequence and segment inside that book, but it ain't going to give you everything. I will never say it's a complete guide to anything. There's no complete guides nowhere out there in the writer's world. No complete guide. That's crazy for somebody to say that. That's why I will never say that this is a complete guide to this and this is a complete guide to that. So that book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated, touches on relationship and how it can work in the numbers fabric because I'm looking at it from a certain perspective. So think about it. Think about it. Again, think about what you're gonna do. You remember that song? What you gonna do with my loving? I'm crazy about your smile. What you gonna do with that person's loving? What they gonna do with your loving? Don't be just crazy about each other's smile and that first look and that this and that, but be wholesome and respectful about that personality, that deeper personality, not just the surface stuff, but also find out what happened. If you find them going off of the edge and doing something, just find out what happened within them, what happened in their past. It was Dr. Frances Cress Wells, and may she lay in peace. She born March the 18th. She said what she mean and mean what they said. That's one thing about people born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th month. They will say what they mean and mean what they say. But she said that every couple should ask each other at least, you know how many questions she said to ask, that couples should ask each other to find out, to get in? They should at least ask each other 200 questions. This is what Frances Cress Wells is saying. Let me drink some water, because my water, I got to use some water. Hold on, let me take some positive water. You know what I'm saying? It's alkaline water. I did not know the Breakfast Club had this as one of the advertising waters on it. Mm-hmm. But Positivity Water, I think it's a black-owned company too. So, yeah, I believe it's a black-owned water company. So, Positivity Water, alkaline 9.5, I think, alkaline water. Yeah, 9.5. Big up to Positivity. I ordered a case. I need to order another one. But Frances Cress Wells said, you got to ask the questions. You got to ask, how did he deal with the mama? How does mama deal with him? How did daddy deal with him? Does he have daddy issues? Does he have mama issues? Does she have mama issues? Does he have that? Does she have that? Was she raped? Was she molested? Was he raped? Was he molested? Was he found? What is his intentions? What's his goal? What's his... Oh my God, you're asking me too much questions. But if it's coming down to spending time with somebody, believe me, I've been through the marriage 3 times, and all of them was religious women. I got married to 3 Muslim women. I never got married to anybody else. Got married to 3 Muslim women at different levels of my life. One was in the Ansar, which was an apparent marriage. It wasn't like I went down the aisle and all that. Then it was in the Nation of Islam, and then it was in the Sunni Islam. So I went to 3 levels of Islam to come to realize that I'm kind of, Islam was just a school for me. I'll always respect, even if I dealt with a Muslim woman today, I would always respect her walk. And you got to learn to respect each other's walk. And I've dealt with each one of those Muslim sisters. I still had to respect their walk, but there's something always in me pulling me to say, I got to dig deeper. I got to go further. I got to go up that rabbit hole. I don't go down rabbit hole. I go up that rabbit hole, which is one of those rabbit holes into the universe. That's what I look for. I'm not going down no hole. I'm going up the hole into that vortex of the universe. That's the hole that I'm going up. So and sometimes it's deeper than religion. but you still have to respect people's religion. Respect people's religion, because sometimes that's where they needed to be to heal. And sometimes that's where that person is so they can be better. My father, who was a drug addict, I thank the creator for his last and third wife. No matter if the children from the past get along with her or not, or like her or not, because of stories we heard or stories they heard, you know what I'm saying? But that woman got him into a rehab center, and he is better now, that I can still see him and be with him and talk to him and laugh with him about life, his whole life, because someone took the time out and loved him enough, took the time out and loved him enough, and brought him to the rehab center. And you know why he went to the rehab center? And he told me the story. Pops, if you're looking, you listen, you know that, I ain't afraid to tell the story, man. And you shouldn't. That's why I told him to write his book. He'd be playing games. So when my father was going through drugs, uh, I came in the house, and I was in the Nation of Islam at that time. So this had to be early 90s, definitely 90, 91. I was in my three-piece suit with a attaché case, looking good, fine, and shaved up, bow tie, walking in, coming to see my grandmother, making sure she all right. Boom, I come in there. I always had the access to get in the house. Come in there, he pillaging through the house to find money to go get some money for drugs at that time. And when he seen me, he was in shock, because I'm coming there fresh, clean, attaché case, coming for business, but coming to send salute to my grandmother, making sure she all right, man. She rests in eternal peace. So he seen me, and I'm looking at him, he looking at me, and I'm saying, Pops, what are you doing? I said, because he said he believes in Jesus, and I knew he come from a slightly religious family. And I said, yo, Jesus wasn't no punk. You think Jesus was on drugs and crack and all this kind of stuff? He wasn't no punk. So what you gonna do? And then I just looked at him, shake my head, and I left. My father told me, he said, after his first son, his oldest son, which was me, said what I said to him, that's when he said he had to go and get himself together. So I think that catalyst that helped him, that statement from his son, that he hardly was in my life and all that, he was in and out of my life. I knew who he was, I knew where he was, but he was hardly in and out of my life due to his ups and downs and doing the bull crap that he was doing. But when I came in and said that under the auspices of the Nation of Islam, look, at that time, that school that I went to not only saved my life at that period of time, but it saved his life to want to go to a Christian rehab center. Her family had a church on Pitkin Avenue, and her family encouraged it and supported it. And he went to it for a certain amount of months, and he came out, became a minister in the church and doing all this, he's still up there doing his thing, still ministering to other people. So, hey, never disrespect people that are in religion, because as long as they're not imposing anything on you, but they're better in their life, let them live. That's where they're supposed to be at in their life. That's where they're supposed to be. And we got to respect where they're supposed to be. And I thank the creator for my father and all his wife that he's with now, and all the wives that he's been married 3 times, just like me. Cycles. I'm trying to break the cycle. I'm not doing this no more unless it's right. And sometimes it ain't gonna be right. You just got to make it right by growing with the person. So, and being patient. And sometimes, people in the field that I come out of, we impatient. We're producers, production people, and sometimes everything is thrown at us. But I'm learning. I'm glad my father learned. I hope you're learning out there, and I want all of you, honestly, to be your very best going into this crossroads. That we're in a crossroads right now, especially in 2020, from 2020 to 2021, 2022, 2023. These are the last of the crossroads at this particular cycle, as far as the Gregorian calendar is concerned. So this is a crossroad. This is about finding balance, finding family, finding love, finding understanding, finding love within yourself, finding balance within yourself, finding reciprocity and truth and justice, but also be willing to forgive yourself as much as you want to forgive others, but you can't forgive others unless you forgive yourself. And I'm not telling you go kumbaya with anybody or kiss nobody's backside. People have hurt people, hurt people, but healed people can heal people. If you're healed and willing, I hear Charlemagne the God say that and all that. And yes, mental, one of the books that he promoted, where is that? Do I have that book here? A good book to have? Of course I got the book. Oh, where's that book? Um, I had it right here. Thought it was here. But it's a good book. Oh, there it is. It's one of the books he promoted too. Um, it's one of the books he promoted on his website, on not his website, on the Breakfast Club. The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health. And many of us are suffering from mental health. Written by a Black woman. Sister's name is Rita Walker. Big up to Rita Walker, PhD, professor of psychology at the University of Houston. She's a behavioral science researcher and licensed psychologist who has published more than 50 scientific papers on African American adults, mental health, suicide, and psychological fortitude. Sister, another sister here. Hey, go support our sisters, man. Go support our sisters. She wrote this book, The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health. And then if you're going into relationship stuff, contact these two people. Contact Coaching with Dr. Alicia, especially dealing with relationships, and contact Brother Nori Muhammad at his website. Great with relationships. He got some great books. All right, I got all of his books. No, I got three of them. I think I ain't get one more. I got to get one more. But I got this book. When Charlemagne shouted this book out, all of us are suffering from mental health. I mean, every one of us, because there's no good health without mental health. You can't be all buffed up and looking good, and you feel like you could do 100 push-ups, or you working out and doing that, and then your mind is crazy. It makes no sense. The mind and body are supposed to work together. You know what I'm saying? You looking good, you healthy, but when your mind and body has to work together. This is a balance thing. So yeah, there's no health without mental health. That's an old saying from the World Health Organization. There's no health but mental health. Big up to my girl Natasha Dezzoni, who's also a PhD candidate for mental health. And big up to Dr. Africa, who is also into mental health also. So on that note, folks, family, we went over an hour. Remember, I will be on Forbidden Knowledge very soon. We're going to be recording and taping my new show on Forbidden Knowledge TV. Did sign the contract for that particular eight episode filming. And I'm going to be even as exciting as y'all see me. I'm going to be full of energy. And I had to talk to him and talk to him and Elizabeth to make sure that I'm going to be me. Because you ain't gonna enjoy me if I'm just stiff like this. And numbers are this and that is this and number one is it. Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me. So and as I was telling them back in my radio days, I was a radio host for a morning show. Me and a partner of mine, big up to him, Prince Kalinda. I was a radio show, and the producers kept wanting us to be like them. They was tight neck crazy as far as I was concerned. And I used to say that in the room too. I said, these guys, they brought us together to enjoy ourselves in the morning show. That's why it was called Morning Madness, not morning politics. It was called Morning Madness. I even invented a song for the show. Morning madness, 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 morning. That was the name. It was called Morning Madness. Following that old saying, meow 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 meow. I just remixed it. So, we came with that energy. Me, him, he was born February 19th. I'm born February 1st. So that was just inevitable. It was a Pisces and Aquarius energy, working and having fun. And one of the greatest songs that came from a Pisces and Aquarius was Rick James and Tina Marie, Fire and Desire, one of the greatest love songs out there. So I knew that energy was gonna be, but the guys that was the producer and the program director, and if they're watching, yeah, y'all was assholes. I'll be honest with you. Y'all was big assholes to me. I ain't gonna say your names. Y'all was big assholes. Whole asses. Y'all was trying to turn us into y'all just because y'all wasn't doing it. It's all right. Still gonna do what I do. Still love y'all. It is what it is. Family, y'all be safe out there. Y'all stay focused out there. Y'all be healed up there. Strive to be your best out there. And again, if you want a new motivation session with me, you gotta text me your full name and date of birth. And remember, I have a long waiting list. Going into the second week of January, going into the third week of January. I am grateful for that. Believe me. But if you're patient, I'll get to you. I do not do compatibility relationship consultation. So please contact Lloyd. I'll give you his as soon as you ask me for that. I'll give you Lloyd. Lloyd will help you out with that because I'm a different animal when it comes to that. So no, I'm a different God when it comes to that. I don't say animal. I'm a different God when it comes to that. Lloyd is another God when he comes to that. When he does that, I'm a different God. And us gods work together. And all of y'all are gods out there, so we all need to work together and do what we got, because ye are children of the Most High. It says ye are gods, and all of us are children of the Most High God. So let's do what we got to do, like men and women, and make it happen. All right. So text me your full name and date of birth. If you're serious, you'll be patient. If you want my books, boom, here it is. Purchase all my books through Linktree. Let me remove that right there in the bottom there because it's scrolling right past where it says Linktree. Um, Linktree / King Simon the New Motivator. Go ahead and you can purchase all my books through there. You go to my website, go to my other YouTube channels. I'm broadcasting on the Ministry of New Motivation right now, the New Motivation Nation, and I'm broadcasting on King Simon. And please thumb up and like the video. Thumb up, like the video, and share this video because if it touched you, it's going to touch other people. If it touched you, it's going to touch other people. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And some people are like, oh, how you guarantee it? I guarantee it. Whoever's supposed to touch is supposed to touch. That's how it is. So again, if you want to do a new motivation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. Remember, the study of numbers is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers, and they will guide you. All right. What else? My classes are coming on to Udemy, but if you want my full class, only 3-part course is coming on Udemy. My full course is 8 hours, and I send you 2 links, and the links are yours until whenever you decide to delete it. That's up to you. I ain't deleting it unless certain channels shut down. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for property and ownership, you want to own your property throughout New York City, call Janelle. Contact Janelle. Do a consultation with Janelle. 347-866. 1153. That's 347-866-1153. And of course, I'm always shouting out one of my teachers, my good friend, my brother, Lloyd Strayhorn, the world-renowned astronumerologist. Believe that. He is the best at what he does, like I am the best at what I do, and getting better. All right. Go to his website, lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. Also, if you are if you've got women that you want to help with fibroid tumors and other internal problems and that create and causes external problems, contact pedalwise.com. The website is right there at the top. But here is the website again, because with the website, if you buy products from that website, guess what? Use King 2021. That's King 2021 for that 10% off coupon discount. And you tell them that King Simon sent you. Next but not least, of course, we have BetterHelp. BetterHelp Shop has great monatomic gold, colloidal silver. They got the burdock root. They got the sea moss. They got a lot of stuff. I support them. I support them as a mother and daughter team. BetterHelpShop.etsy.com. 1-800-820-4822. That's 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. Call them, text them for consultation, and they will hook you up. All right. Next, Boom. If you're looking for health insurance, this sister, one of my co-hosts, they can help you out. They actually do health insurance throughout New York City. Look at her beautiful self. Her and my biological sister born the same day. Boom. So hit up Shirley, STC at gmail.com. That's Shirley, STC at gmail.com. And for serious inquiries, only those in the New York tri-state area, make sure you show her some love and tell her that King Simon sent you when you get a chance. All right. Also, want to remind y'all tomorrow, Sunday, December the 19th at 9:30 p.m., we have Henrietta Lax's grandson, the untold story of Henrietta Lacks. Ron Lacks will be with us with the one year Kaba Hiawatha Kamene. We'll be promoting this book, How Corporate Greed and Big Money Divided Her Family Behind Closed Doors. Don't Silence Her Twice by Ron Lacks. Henrietta Lacks, the untold story. Make sure you go to the website also, Henrietta Lacks Untold. That's the name of the website. And on the 22nd, we have our dear brother, the one, the only Lorenzo Sanford, musician, astrologer, teacher, and author of this beautiful book called The Beautiful Logic of Astrology. He's going to be with us. And then on December 26th, Paris Williams, this beautiful celebrity soap maker, one of my partners in Vibes, CEO and of PW Collections. Come out and go and show some love. She's gonna be on my show on the 26th, December 26th. We're gonna ask her some real pointed questions at 8 p.m. But she got a big thing happening on Martin Luther King birthday. That's January 15th. Learn to make your own recipes, how to make your own soap. Experience includes your own unique soaps. You learn how to make your own soap molds, your soap cutter. I'll show you how to soap making ebook. She has a soap making ebook. She has refreshments. Vegan gourmet dinner will be served for the price that they're offering from 6:30 to 9 p.m. on Martin Luther King's birthday. That's January 15th. So make sure you support this beautiful sister. Like I said, her soap, she's going to show you how to make soaps look like that, like cakes, like food, to the point that people don't want to wash their backside anymore. They want to eat the damn thing instead of wash their ass. So make sure you go to the website on the bottom, pwcollections.com/products/soap class at Nicholas Brooklyn. All right. And tell them King Simon sent you. And of course, in 2022, we'll be doing this. I'll be doing a lot of this in the spring season of 2022. Health, wealth, and metaphysics on the mountains. The mountains of Stone. That's right. I'm in Stone Mountain Village. That's where I got the venues at. I'm like approximately like 5 minutes away from the venues in Stone Mountain Village. So I'm telling you, family, you want to be there. All right. So I love you. I respect you. We're going to close out with some prayer. We got to close out with Dr. Delbert Blair's prayer. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to support this brother no matter what. And if you want to go to his website, this is his website, Dr. Delbert Blair's Legacy Shop, www.themetacenter2.com. Go get his books. He has 4 books that he's written, or they transcribe and put in book form, because he was a griot. He really didn't write any books, but he told them to transcribe some of his works, his exclusive work, and put it in book form. And he has 3 to 4 books on his website right now. Faraday tech protectors, magnets, diodes are still on sale, and so much more. So make sure you go to Dr. Delbert Blair's website and show him that love. All right, so prayer time, family. Are y'all ready for prayer? Are y'all ready for prayer? I don't know if y'all ready for prayer out there. Y'all ready for prayer? Are y'all ready for prayer? Are y'all ready for prayer, family? If y'all ready for prayer, put that number 1 in the chat. Put that number 1 in the chat. If you're ready for prayer, put that number 1 in the chat. If you're ready for prayer, put that number 1 in the chat. We're going to say it twice, because I don't have my whole crew with me today. We're going to say it twice. We're broadcasting not only on King Simon Presents, but we're broadcasting also on the Ministry of New Motivation on YouTube. All right, we're ready for prayer? Everybody take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. One more. All right. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind and my spirit and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. I'm going to say one more time as a whole. Dr. Delbert Blair gave us this prayer to say together. And if you have a quadri or many people around you or friends and family, send this to them. Take a snapshot of this prayer. And every day at 12 o'clock, no matter what's going on in your life, say the prayer. Dr. Blair had it that people said it every Tuesday at 12 p.m. No matter which part of the world you was at, you say it at 12 p.m., 12 noon, this prayer. But if you have a nuclear family and you could send this to them, take a picture of it right now and tell them, look, we're going to practice this prayer because we want to make sure this earth is healed and that our creator protects us and this universal creator protects us. So we'll say it one more time. Please, universal creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. I didn't have any applause today. I didn't have no music. I didn't have none of that today because my spirit said to come on and talk. Today is the 18th of December. And the 1 and the 8, the number of creativity, but also ancestral connection and higher level thoughts of balance. It equals the 9, which represents humanitarian, serving humanity. And my humanitarian spirit said to come on and just speak about couples and people in relationships, because we are all healing. We're all trying to be our very best. No matter who you are, where you are, strive to be your best, because it's the best you could only do. Strive to be your best. All right, so regardless of land, labor, or language, there's but one God, like Dr. Khalid used to say. And like the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey used to say, up, you mighty nation. You could accomplish what you will. Peace, my family. I love you. I respect you. And remember tomorrow, this is what's going to be on. One love.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.